I'm Lou from Jack and the Geekstalk. This is something new for us that I thought I'd give a go on our YouTube channel. Any of you that have listened to our podcast or read any of my posts on our blog, you will know that I class myself as being a very big bookworm. There aren't too many things that I won't read, and I like sharing that with lots and lots of people. You will also know, if you listen to our podcast, that we have a mini podcast we do, which is called our Film Squad, which is where in a group we get to choose a film for the others to watch, and we invite our listeners to watch it and give us their feedback, and then we talk about it in a shortened podcast episode, which has proven to be a lot of fun for all of us. And I wanted to do something similar for books. The difficulty is the chances of getting the other 3 members of the Jack and the Geekstalk team to read the same book as me within a month time frame is fairly small. So Book Squad is going to be me telling you what my pick of a book for the next kind of month is going to be. So this video hopefully will be out at the end of July. So I'm telling you what book I am going to be reading in August, and then I'll be inviting your comments on social media, and at the end of August there'll be another video which will be me telling you what I made of the book that I'm going to talk about today, and also some of your feedback that you have about the book too. And hopefully it's going to be really good fun. The books I'm going to choose for Book Squad are hopefully going to be really different every month, and I'm really open to suggestions of books. Like I say, there's not much I won't read. You can see behind me, these are Dave's Star Wars novels. The shelf goes on for a lot more than I'm entirely comfortable with. I have read a couple of these actually, and I have promised that I might include one into the Book Squad at some point. You'll also notice in the background I've got Harry Potter, and I have a whole other shelf of Harry Potter over here. I'm probably not going to include the Harry Potter books unless there are any new books. I live in hope. The reason being that I've covered them pretty extensively in my rereading Harry Potter series on the blog, and I'll shortly be doing a blog series about re-watching the Harry Potter films. So I feel I've probably done Harry Potter enough now, and I possibly should just look for other reading material. That's not going to stop me reading the books. I will continue to read those books at least once a year for, well, I'm imagining for at least the next 4 years, by which time I think my daughter might be old enough that I can start reading them to and with her. That's my plan. But otherwise, I'm open to loads of suggestion, a mixture of books that I've read in the past and new books, all different genres as well, and hopefully it's going to be fun. So, without any further ado, I'm going to tell you about the book that I've chosen that I'm going to be reading for August. So I've got it next to me, and it is a book called All That She Can See by Carrie Hope Fletcher. This is Carrie Hope Fletcher's second fictional novel, or fiction novel I should say. It's not a fictional novel, it's an actual novel. There's pages, there's words on those pages. Her first one, which was called On the Other Side, I read. Carrie Hope Fletcher is obviously a YouTuber, as I'm sure you don't need me to tell you. She's also an incredibly talented stage actress and singer. The reason I actually discovered her is my sister was a big fan of her YouTube channel. I know that her first book, All That I Know Now, which was based off of her blog and isn't fiction, I know my sister's read that and she absolutely loves that. I'm saying my sister as if you don't know Sammy. Sammy has read that, but her first novel, to be honest, I basically chose because of the cover, and I try not to judge books by their covers, but I do find that I get really enticed by pretty covers. So her first one I read, and I really loved that book. It wasn't what I was expecting. It was less chick lit, it was more magical, and it was a beautiful story, really beautifully told. A bit heartbreaking in places, but I really loved it. So when she actually had a second book coming out, it's not or to my knowledge, it's not a series of books. It's not a second in this series. It's got a very similar cover to the first, although the first one had kind of a yellowy cover and this is more of a green pearlised cover. But I like that they've kind of adopted a similar style for Carrie's books. So I'm really excited to read this. I had it on pre-order and I've had it for a few days now. So I'm really looking forward to reading this this month. The last one I think I managed to read in about 3 days flat, and I'm hoping this might be the same. So if you'd like to tell me what you think of the book, if you managed to read it all, or if you're going to read it, also let me know your suggestions for what I should read in next month's book squad. You can tweet them to me, so either through the Jack and the Geekstalk Twitter account, which is @JackGeekstalk, or my personal Twitter, which is @LolaFlump. Tweet them to me, tell me your thoughts, and I'll include them in the next book squad video. I currently do not have any idea what next month's book is going to be, so I'm really open to any suggestions. In case you want to find us on other social media platforms, we are also on Instagram, where we are @Jack_Geekstalk, and we are also on YouTube, obviously where this video is, as Jack Geekstalk. You can email us as well. We are jackandthegeekstalk@gmail.com, and of course you can go and find our blog and check out my previous book related posts. There's a whole rereading Harry Potter series. I've just started a new book blog post series called The Book versus the Film. And the first one that I posted was about The Circle, which is a fantastic novel by Dave Eggers, and the film has just been released on Netflix, which stars Emma Watson and Tom Hanks. So if you want to go check out the blog, it's www.jackandthegeekstalk.wordpress.com. I'll see you next time for Book Squad.